Okay. All right. I'm going to call this my one gun ultimate survival rifle. Okay. And when I talk about a survival rifle, I'm talking about keeping yourself fed. All right. You can defend yourself with this to some extent, but this is keeping food in your gut. Okay. And also the ease of use. I assume it wasn't very expensive. What's the other aspect? How do you keep this thing fed? Lightweight ammo, easy to carry. You can carry a lot of ammo with this thing. All right. Now, I'm not talking about a Ruger 1022, but I recently had a coyote issue with one of my ducks out here and found out that my Ruger 1022, I took a scope off it a while back and haven't shot it since. So with open sights, it's way off. Okay. So I spent some time, went out there for a couple of days, shoot here and there, and find out it's a little high, a little to the right. I got that settled. My nephew has a, well, has a rifle. There's a couple rifles. He's going into a new home. He doesn't have room to put all this stuff, so just keep an eye on it for me. I said, yeah, as long as I can play with them. He said, no problem. So this one rifle he has, I've always wanted one. Okay, it's a Savage 22 over a 410. I'll show you what I mean by it if you're not familiar. It's a single shot rifle. Shoots a 22 short, 22 CBs, I think even Stingers. I haven't fired a Stinger out of this yet. But fires your 22 on the top or a 410 shotgun on the bottom. Slugs, ducklet, whatever you can get in a 410. Okay. If you're familiar with the 22, the caliber is very dirty. Okay. At least I've always thought it's been. My Ruger 1022, you fire 100 rounds through that thing, you got to run a rod through it. And if you do anything more than that, at some point you got to open that thing up and clean all the crap out of it. They're very dirty because the bullet you're firing, the 22, is very dirty. Okay, it pollutes inside the system just heavily. All right, and it affects. I know on mine, if I let mine get dirty, the Ruger, the accuracy just goes out the window. Great rifle. Okay, you can, love the Ruger. But what I found with this thing here, this is a tack driver. Okay, I mean, this thing is a tack driver. Now, and part of the reason, see if I can show you. This is a Ruger 1022. And I'm going to line these up where the barrel begins. Where that's scratched, that's already been done. Okay, where the barrel begins, I want to show you something here. Look at that. That's like 6 inches longer. The Savage. Okay. Now the Ruger is meant to be a carbine. Okay. Which is fine. Love the Ruger. This thing's like 6 inches longer. What does that mean? Well, the bullets inside this barrel longer should give me more compression, more pressure, more muzzle velocity, okay, a hotter round off the same bullet, a little flatter, a little further. Okay, that's as much ballistics as I can give you. Well, it does. I don't know what the max is on this thing yet. My Ruger, I know there's a certain point where, okay, the bullet just drops. Okay, it just goes into the floor. So, okay, anything beyond this point, it's no longer effective for anything. Okay, so it's got parameters of where it's useful. This thing here, I don't know how far it'll go yet. Okay, I've done quite a bit of squirrel shooting with this, and it's just, I mean, I wish my eyesight was better, because this thing will go further than I can. Another thing, anybody can shoot this, a child, a woman. There's, it's not very heavy, but it's not very light either. Handles really well. Fits me like a glove. I mean, I get the sight of this thing real easy. Easy to use. I mean, anybody could flip that thing open, feed it, shoot it. Okay? It's a bit stiff. Anyhow. But the advantage of this thing, if you look at 410, you've got slugs, you've got birdshot, ducks, goose loads. 410 may not be the most not be everywhere, but you can get it. And you can carry a whole bunch of 410. Matter of fact, perfect. Here's 2 packages of 410 right here. Okay, this is just to give you an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10 shots of 410 right there. That's smaller than a pack of cigarettes. Okay? It doesn't weigh anything. These are slugs here. Hollow point slug, rifle hollow point slug. But, okay, there's 10 shots in your 410, weighs nothing. You can carry 50 of these easy. This is a jar of ibuprofen. Okay? Typically, I can put 250 long rifles in here. 22 long rifles. 250 will fit into this. This I know for a fact because I have like 5 of them over there. This actually has Advil in it. But one of these will hold 250 rounds of 22. So you got this, 250 shots. Easily can carry 50 of these. Not that you would need that many. But you're not overloaded. You can't do that with many other calibers. Okay? And once again, this thing here is anything around here, this can shoot. We got quail, dove, ducks, pheasant, this kind of thing. Plenty of all kinds of little mammals running around here. Squirrels all day. But this thing here, my gosh, you couldn't. What could go wrong? Nothing really could break on this. And just terrible accurate. Like I said, I got something to shoot out there. I don't take the Ruger. That thing's old news. But if I had to go, if someone says, okay, you're going to have to hit the road. You got to go from here to there, head north or south or whatever, and good luck. If I had one choice, this is it. I can stay alive with this thing. Okay. Now, if you're worried about, dystopia and marauders and sniper getting you at 800 meters and all this kind of stuff, well, I would tell you there, you're screwed. But for an all-around ease of use, lightweight, not demanding, you carry a whole bunch of ammo with you for nothing. Cheap, very accurate, very reliable. This thing's probably as old as I am. I've always wanted one of these, but I never thought I'd be this impressed. It's amazing. Savage 22/410. If you could find one of these, you look at it, so it's just a single shot. Who would want one of those? Man, pick this thing up. Pick this thing up. I know Dave Canterbury's got the single shot 12 gauge. I've got one of those. That's fun. That's good. You got all the adapters and all that. It can't compete with this. I mean, you could load your own 410s in this and everything. This thing is just so accurate. No adapter can do what this thing can do in its caliber. Because this is a long barrel. Anyhow, I know I'm forgetting something, but I love this thing. It's fun to shoot every time because the way it sets up. Remember the movie Last of the Mohicans in the very beginning? They flank the elk, and it's they got the music playing. I got that on my phone here, iTunes. We got the music playing, and the elk comes into the picture, is moving along, and he just, that's every time I shoot this, it feels like that. So, my nephew will not get this back. He's going to ask me about it. I'll say, that sucks. This thing can't shoot, shoot sideways. He didn't think it was that much, single shot. He wants something with a lot of power. But no, he won't get this back. But if you can find one of these, Savage 22/410, steal it if you have to. This thing is awesome. Anyway, if I have one gun, it's this one right here. Love you. God bless.